So a lot of people always ask me, like, Carrie, how did you get here? Like, what is your story? And I always say that my story really started probably kindergarten. I was at home with my family, and my brother actually told me, he was like, "You're not my real sister anyway." And I remember looking, and I saw like my cousins, and they all looked at like, "Oh, you done messed up." And I was looking at them and I was looking at my brother, I was like, this is weird. So I went downstairs and I asked my mom. I was like, Bam said I'm not his real sister anyway. And then her and my dad like gave a look to themselves, and they looked at me and they're like, hey, let's sit down. And they told me I was adopted. And at that moment, which was crazy, like I felt like I didn't know where I was, what I was going to do, because the person that I thought I was like, I'm like my mom, I'm like my dad. And I realized like I'm not. And I remember that next week, it was Moms and Muffins. And my mom was still working during that time. And my mom couldn't come. And I remember running through the hallways, screaming and crying, talking about that I didn't have a mom. And like, just keep in mind, like me as a kindergartner, like running through the hallways, like nobody loves me, I don't have a mommy. It was a lot. So my mom came home. My mom came to the school, and she was like, "You have them, like I'm here," things like that. But for a long time, like I felt at that moment like I had to earn my place in my family. Like I was like, they spent money on me, and I was like quite expensive. Like I was the expensive child. They spent a lot of money on my adoption. So I was like, I had to earn my place. I had to earn my spot in the family. So I kept always doing things to like make them happy and make them proud. And I became like, in a way, like a people pleaser. And it really was like a moment where I had to like really realize, like, Carrie, like you can't keep living your life for other people. You actually have to live your life for yourself. And there was a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson in his essay, Self-Reliance, that says, in every man's education, he arrives at the conviction that envy is ignorance and imitation is suicide. And I remember when I read that quote, I said I'd never wanted to be like anybody else. I wanted to be like myself. And I want to walk a path that is not common than most people. But the only way I can do that is really stepping into who I am as a person, and not caring about, and not even not caring, but not letting other people's expectations on me be what makes me make decisions. So from that point, like I was like, I don't want to be a people pleaser anymore. Like I don't want to create a life because of what other people say. And because I remember how bad that felt of when I was always trying to please other people and make other people feel good. And I never want anybody to feel that way. And not even knowing, when we created Solasta Digital, we did it because I don't want anybody to feel like they have to become somebody else or act like something for people to love them and to see them as their value in their business and their services. So my background really is the fact that, and my story is really about me seeing what's possible for me, who I am as a person, understanding that my value and how I serve people and how I love people is powerful and magical. And the moment that I step into that greatness and step into my light, amazing things can happen. And what's really cool about that is you can do that too. Like if you truly step into who you are, if you realize that your gifts and your message and your mission is so powerful and so important, you don't have to be anything else. You don't have to go live on social media every day. You don't have to post every day on social media. You don't have to be this performer anymore. You can step into their light and become this icon of who you are, and you can shine your light as bright as possible. And you can do that, and you can activate it. You can magnetize people to you by being exactly and truly who you are. And that's what's so beautiful about the world, is because you're a human and you're made of like all these complexities and all these different unique things that make you beautiful and make you amazing. And that's really like what my background and me actually jumping into this business actually created, was to me being able to help other people shine their light as bright as possible. And it's funny because a lot of people ask me, like, Carrie, what does Solasta mean? And Solasta actually is an Irish word that means to bring light to. So everything that we do and everything that my whole journey and my story has been is to bring light to other people, to let people see that who they are and their missions and their messages are so powerful. And when they truly step into their amazing greatness, they can do so many powerful things. And if we can literally create a world where amazing people help amazing people, literally like we create a world of amazingness and joy and love. So that is my backstory. That is who I am. And that's all the things. I'll see you guys later.